Hey there, David Green, also known as the Renegade. All right, let's review the Stanley 25 amp recharge it battery charger maintainer jumper. Let's check this bad boy out. Let's see what it's all about. So the Stanley recharge it 25 amp battery charger. It's a true 3-stage high frequency charging unit. Patented engine start, patented alternator check, charges the engine, starts the battery, you can test, you can recondition, even a 3 amp trickle charger on it. If you want to keep it as a battery maintainer, just a trickle charge and maintain your battery, you can. A digital LCD display shows the battery status, rubber over molded handles, heavy duty metal clamps, reverse polarity protection with no sparks, meaning we're not going to spark up if you hook this up. The negative to the positive, positive to the negative. So let's open it up and see what we got. Let's check it out. Get this open. And let's just dump it out. There we go. What do we got? Paperwork. Gotta have paperwork. Instruction manual right here. English and Spanish. ¿Se habla español? Sí, por favor, porque not mucho, only poquito. Okay, so if you know a little bit of Spanish, you want to read it in Spanish, go for it. Otherwise, read it in English. If you don't know English, read it in Spanish. No big deal. Put that in there. Warranty card, right here, very important. You want to save the warranty on this? Yes, you do. You bought it, why not take care of it? 1-year warranty on it. Fill out the bottom, send it in, stick a stamp on it, drop it in the snail mail, and it'll eventually get where it's supposed to go. Otherwise, go on the computer and do it. Put that away. Get rid of the box. I don't want the box around. Now, let's take a look at the unit. What's this right here? Little card right here that's hooked on, stuck on right here that shows what the screen's going to do. It tells you everything that's going to show up on your LCD screen. So, pretty simple, pretty elementary. Let's look in the back. Look at here. Look at here. Little storage spot right here for the power cord. Notice the power cord isn't wrapped around the unit. It's got a nice little tucked hole right here. So let's pull this out. Get the power cord out. Get that all the way out of there. It's tucked in there pretty good. There, we got it. All right, so you can see it's got the packaging on here. Let's get rid of that. You can leave that on there so you can wrap it up if you want. I'm gonna take that out. And eventually we're gonna plug it in. But before we do that, let's see what else we got here. On the front, here's a charge button. I'm pretty sure that that is when you got hooked up and you want to just charge a battery, you're probably going to have to hit that button. That's pretty elementary. You've got an engine start button. So if you're going to hook this up and your battery's dead and you're going to start the engine, you want to hit that button. Because even though this is a 25 amp rapid charge, it's a 75 amp engine start. Check this out. Get the box. See this right here? Look. 75 amp engine start right there. 25 amp rapid restart and a 3 amp maintainer, battery maintainer, but 75 amp. So when you got a dead battery, you want to make sure that you hit the engine start button when you're hooked up so that boom, you get that surge to fire it right up. You've got an alternator check. Maybe it's not the battery. Maybe that's not the problem. Maybe it's the alternator. You can hit that. It's going to tell you on the screen if it's the alternator or not. Battery voltage. You can hit that to find out what the voltage of your battery is. And a recondition button. So I like to recondition my batteries. I ride a lot of motorcycles. I got several golf carts. I got batteries growing out of my ears, people. So therefore, instead of buying a battery all the time, about once a year, I'm really faithful at reconditioning my batteries. Saves a lot of money. So that's when you use that bad boy. So let's get this thing plugged in and see what happens. Let's watch the screen. Let's see if anything happens on that screen when I plug it in. If it comes on right away, or do we got to find an on-off button? So I'm going to hold that right there while I plug this in and see what we get. There, it just lit up. See that? Check it out. Just came on, lit up. So right there. We've got an empty to full. That's the battery voltage charging gauge. We got some clamps right here. We're going to get these clamps off. It shows them. Let's unwrap these. These are wrapped around here. Let's get these off. Let's get these all out. There we go. Now we got them out. We can see what we're doing. What do we got down here? Look at here. We got a couple of feet right here. So see these little feet right here? Check these out. So we can tilt this up so we can actually see it. There we go. Now, get the knife out of the way. Get this out of the way. I happen to have a battery handy. Let's get this battery over here and see what happens. I'll put that right there. And let's get this hooked up. I'm going to purposely hook this up backwards to see what happens. We're going to put the red on the negative. Okay, red should always go on positive. We're going to hook that there to see what happens. It said this thing doesn't give you any sparks if you hook it up wrong. Let's find out. Now I'm going to put this on the negative on the positive side. There. Listen, hear that? Here we go. That's telling me right there that I'm hooked up wrong. And right on here on the meter, it's showing me a warning sign that I am hooked up wrong. So, disconnect it. And the little beeper goes away. Hook it up the right way. And there we go. We've got nothing. It's all hooked up the right way. Now, let's take a look at the screen and see what happens. I want to check what my battery voltage is. So let's hit this button. There it is. It just popped in. It says right there 12.3 is where I'm at. I want to turn that off. If I wanted to recondition the battery, I'm going to hit this, and it's going to take a full 24 hours to do that. When I did, a fan came on. There's air coming out these sides right here. Right here, here's the fan, and air is coming out this to keep this unit cool so it doesn't overheat or get hot while it's reconditioning the battery. On the LCD screen right there, on the LCD screen, there's a grid right there that's going from 1 bar down to 4 bars right here. And it keeps going. Once it's fully reconditioned, that'll be a solid grid. Pretty sweet. Turn that off. Now, if I wanted to just charge the battery, how are we going to do that? The charge button. See the charge button? Hit it. Right there. Now it's going to just charge the battery, and immediately it went off because it's already fully charged. When it's fully charged, it will say flow, F-L-O, right on there. Turn it on again. Watch what happens. Boom. It just went on and off because it's fully juiced up. Pretty simple, pretty easy to use. Let's unhook that. Get the battery out of the way. All right, let's put the cord back inside it. Unplug it. I'm going to wrap my cord up. I'm not going to hook it back on this little thing. Nobody ever does that. I'm just going to shove her in there. Shove that down in that hole right there. All that cord in there. Nice storage spot for that cord. I like that. Don't have it wrapped around the outside. Trying to figure out where to put the cord. There it is. It's shoved down inside there. Now, let's get the cables, put them back in their home, which is right around the bottom. Wrap these up. Get me hooked up. That one there. This one here. Now it's all tucked, nice, and ready to be put away. Stanley 25 amp battery charger with a 75 amp engine start. Right here. Pretty good unit, pretty heavy duty, pretty good casing. You can take a beating. Metal handles here to hold on to it, drag it around. It's pretty tough. If you dropped it accidentally, just like that, we pick it up. It's pretty tough, takes a beating. I'm taking it with me. Let's go. Later, dudes.